welcome to the Fighting Fit podcast.
Hello, Joe.
We've got a special guest today,
We do.
Aaron Bird.
I'm Aaron Bird, and I'm well known for having the best hairline in the North East.
Yeah, did you rehearse that?
I did in the car.
How many national titles am I seeing?
I'm going to see a 3.
We're going to
I'm
count
going to
three.
count the 3 nations, so I'm going to see a 3.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, to be fair. Sounds better.
It does sound...
Everyone else does. So.
People count anything these days as a national title, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm going to count the victory over the GB... What's it called? The 3 nations. I'm going to count the 3 nations victory as a...
Was that
as a
Orchard?
title. Orchard, yeah.
When
Beat him in the final.
when your brain was bleeding.
I did have a bleed on the brain. It wasn't official, but I did have a bleed on the brain.
For weeks after at school, you were telling us, telling teachers and everything, the brain's bleeding.
Luckily, none of the teachers were doctors, because I would have got sent.
What was his? There was a top, wasn't there? Like his dad used to wear.
The monster.
Watch out! The monster's coming for you.
What are you gonna do when the monster's coming for you? Just bop them. That's what I done.
Yeah, that's class. That
It was a good top. It was a very good top.
It was.
My dad just has Fred Perry tops that don't fit him. that's
Caveman Kev.
Caveman Kev. Yeah.
Right.
But I wish I had a what you're going to do when the Birdman's coming for you top. Oh,
did you have a face on or something?
I do have a good top.
Birdie, the man,
the myth, the legend. I've steamed a bird this top.
Where'd you get that from?
Oh, got it for Christmas 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it still fits. Just shows how much I've grown, doesn't it?
Very nice.
It is a nice top. Nice fit.
I got me little notes here.
Nice.
Did you watch Tommy Fury, Jake Paul?
I did, and I think it was embarrassing.
It was one of them. I got sucked into it at the time, but then afterwards I was just sat there thinking
what have I just watched?
Yeah, what actually was that?
What I was more disappointed in was I ended up in the Dolly, the Dolphin pub, what is just full of weird people, and they were all... You had people who knew nothing about boxing that were shouting like, "Oh, Jake Paul, shit, he's fucking not caught him. Oh, yeah, he slipped there." I think he got knocked down.
Personally. Oh no, he did get knocked down. Well, if he didn't punch him, he wouldn't have touched down. Do you know what I mean?
He had a little slip, but it was the punch caused the slip, in my
yeah.
opinion. So I do think it was a knockdown.
Yeah, so do I. But he's got no jab at all, Jake Paul, does he?
He's got nothing. Honestly, he is embarrassing, and Tommy Fury's more embarrassing.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. That he won on a split decision against a YouTuber, Joe.
What did you think of the crying afterwards?
That's fair dues, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's 23, he had the weight of the world on his shoulders with his dad and his brother. And I would cry. I would cry, especially if I won about 5 million quid.
If you beat Jake Paul, you'd cry.
I'd have a good cry, mate. A proper good cry. Just let it all out. But he did have the weight of the world on his shoulders, to be fair.
No, I mean, it was a lot of pressure, but surely, if he wants to do anything in boxing, he should be taking that in his stride. Do you know what I mean?
I think he knows deep down he's not going to do nothing in boxing.
Yeah, do you think he's, going to stick to fighting celebrities now? He's not going to go from getting, did he get, 4 million quid or something?
Oh.
He's not going to go from that to fighting Journeyman at York Hall.
For 10 grand.
Yeah.
Definitely not. He'll go from here. What I think is he's going to have a rematch, then Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good way to go. I don't know why, but I just came up with that. But that sounds quite good.
Yeah.
It's a good route to go, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
The money in it. And at the end of the day, bag's number one, in it. If you're not making that bag, what's the point?
Yeah, you can't blame him for it's the same as, did you see that Aaron from Geordie Shore?
Aaron Chalmers.
Mayweather.
He was getting record low ticket sales in the O2.
It was the most expensive pay-per-view in UK history or something like that. I don't know if I made that up, but I'm sure I read that.
Absolutely ridiculous. No one knew he was boxing. He's the greatest ever. Just shows that you've got to have personality these days.
If it was at Newcastle Arena, would you have went?
I would have went. If I lived an hour away from London, I would have went.
Yeah.
But travelling down there to make...
Because I get just to see Floyd, do you know what I mean? Because he's one of the best ever.
That Chalmers, he's not that bad, to be honest. I think I don't know how old he is.
He's tough as well, isn't he?
He
was alright in MMA.
So, to be honest, if I think he can do well in boxing, he'll not win titles, but he can especially if he goes the influencer route, I think he'll do a lot better.
Yeah, like
he'll have some big fights.
well, I think they're on about him and Tommy Fury, but like Fury's too small for.
Way too small.
Yeah,
What's the weight difference? Massive.
probably. Well,
It's
Floyd
£30, isn't it? Because it was 188 or something.
185 was what Fury was at, and then Floyd's normally around like 154, something like that.
It's a canny difference.
Yeah,
Obviously, I had to deal with
you
it.
would.
But I had to deal with it easy.
In championship, what was it? Anything up to 75, you reckon you could have won?
Still, just
Yeah.
not my weight. Just can't win my weight.
Not 60, but anything above, you could have took over like.
Easy. 75 and come for them.
Yeah,
I don't know who's 75, so I might regret seeing that.
I'm trying to think. I don't even know. Well, don't think of the youth. It was like the lads from like our year who went and won the Three Nations and stuff, who like did well, like Danilo and like
Yeah.
Panther. Whereas,
The people we know, innit?
yeah,
We've always been in the group of the best people, but we just didn't perform, did we, when we went down?
no, but
We're
got
still there. We're still up there with them.
you got the Billy Joe taunting. Do you know what I mean? That is the main
That's
thing. I'm gonna clip it in.
I'll
like
clip it.
it's gonna be in the bottom corner.
Good.
Now,
Put it on the whole screen, Joe. Put it full screen.
Everyone needs to see it. Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
It's I didn't win the. What's the saying? I didn't win the war this time, but I won the battle. Might have lost, but he didn't do that to me.
No.
I'd done that to him.
So what was the thought in the Billy
Ooh.
Joe?
I remember first round. In my opinion, I came out, won the first round. Came out the second round. My arse was when I'm fucking knackered, and I'm thinking I've lost this round. I get into the third. It's a tight round. I'm thinking the judges need to see some special moves here. So I made a miss. Whoop, whoop. And then, to be honest, I thought that would have swayed the
Yeah,
judges. Like,
they
but
were thinking, all right, that's worth like three punches of that.
three and a half punches, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just thought, in the moment, I thought, I'm losing this. I'm going to have a little bit of a laugh. So
yeah.
I did.
What did you think about like them championships in general? Because like you box well in like the region and stuff. And I thought you boxed well in that semi final as well.
I
Still.
didn't box terrible, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% there
Yeah,
mentally. I went 2 days before, had a pull out. It's not good. And then I went into a hard fight against a good kid.
Oh yeah, he was good in.
And to be honest, I still think I'm better boxers than most of them.
Yeah.
But sometimes they want it more. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
I've just realised that the fucking telly's still on. I like it to move it in the background. I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna see how this sounds. So just keep going. Fucking edit this bit out.
I don't know what to say.
I'm good at the editing.
Oh yeah.
No. Kind of.
Can you make it that smooth so they don't know that's just happening?
Oh yeah, they won't even realise. They'll be like, God, the music's just like it's
Just,
just,
the intro. Put that as the intro.
yeah,
with
just
some-
faded out.
Aye, faded. That's what you should have done. Just slowly turn the telly down. Faded the music.
I'll
out.
do all that in the editing, man. That's me.
We don't need editing. We are raw. We're a raw
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
It's the way to be, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
the way to
I
be.
guess. Well, I'm trying to find some more of my notes here.
It's a nice book, that.
Oh, I got,
Look like a spider's crawled all over it, like. They
is
walked in ink
this
and-
me handwriting. Well, I spelled episode wrong. I don't understand.
Oh,
I'd
welcome,
like-
welcome to my world. I can't spell.
Yeah.
I'm very bad at spelling.
Yeah, I can imagine. But no, back to them championship. Was it H2O that he was called? That was the nickname.
Something like that.
You used to love that in school.
I wanted to be H2O, but
Yeah.
the Birdman just took over my life.
That's a good one. I need a nickname like.
Joe.
No, but like I read Tyson Fury's book and there was a bit about like nicknames
need a
and stuff. And
nickname?
it was like you need a nickname.
Nah, Big Joe.
Like
You
before a
can't not
fight,
be Big
do you
Joe.
like look in the mirror and it's like that's not Aaron, that's the Birdman.
Nah, I look in the mirror and go, I wish I had a gun on me. I hate championships, you know.
Yeah.
I probably do. I'd rather be at home and have a fight like along the road, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I hate
know what you
being
mean.
so
well, like,
far
you prefer
away.
like club shows and stuff. Well, especially that was a Solihull was like
Miles
yeah,
away.
it was a long drive and stuff, wasn't it?
The driving's crap. Hotels, you can't keep in a hotel, can you? Oh, you can, because you snore loads, and I've been in hotels, and you definitely sleep in hotels well.
Yeah, I talk in my sleep.
Oh,
That's
no.
always like where
I remember being there, and then you're talking. I'm look an hour. And you're talking, and I'm thinking, who was he talking to? Where was that? That was I think that was a championship. Or it might have been Hull. Did you get to Hull?
Yeah.
I think it might have been Hull. I remember rolling out and just being like, is he talking to me? It was the juniors. It was the junior championships. And,
Did we win them ones or not?
oh, me and we didn't win much. I haven't even won a raffle, me, in the last year. And I've been in a few.
Yeah. It's only March.
It is. It's a new
Got
year.
plenty more raffles to
I'm
win.
addicted to them. You know them ones where, and I'm 18 now, so this is dangerous. You know them ones where like you buy some tickets, you can win a car or something.
Yeah.
Just puts like 10 pence a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm addicted to them.
See Joshua, like at the home shows, he would constantly asking me dad for like pound coins to buy them.
I tell you what he does. He goes on them little slot machines. I've seen them.
Yeah.
The little fruit machines.
See, I'm too scared to like gamble.
Oh, I'd done a tenner on the other day. I was at the dollar.
I was thinking about putting on for the Jake Paul. I would have been wrong. I was going to put on a draw, and then at the end when I stood there, I was thinking, because I thought Tommy Fury won pretty easy, but I thought if they give it a draw here.
Well, that knockdown and at the time I thought they're going to give Jake at me.
Did you?
I wasn't 100% focused on the fight. Like there was some viewers knocked about, and some of them had no teeth, but you know, it was my birthday, so anything would have done me. But there we go.
But no, well they got points taken off each, didn't they? As well.
I didn't see the Fury point, but I remember
there was like no. It's like amateur referees do it all the time, where they'll take a point off one and they'll take a point off the other, and it's like
I know a lot about points.
they haven't done a
Deductions of points.
yeah.
I've been disqualified. That's not nice. Have you been disqualified?
I haven't. You should have like done something a bit cooler to be just disqualified for dipping your head.
I should have
sounds
bit
a
his ear.
bit shit. Do you know
Bit
what
his
I mean?
ear or like I don't know. Armbarred him.
Just headbutted him or like.
The problem was, I don't know what the problem was. I was going to try and make something up. There was no problem. I just kept on putting my head down.
Yeah.
Second time was a bit mad. Like
I thought you were a bit hard done by, especially the first point off. The second one, you like body slammed him. So
that was fair, dude.
I don't know what you expect. See that if you got disqualified for that, that would have been cool. Do you know what I mean?
That was quite cool though.
Yeah.
I had to redeem myself for being disqualified. So the next fight with the same person, the body slam was.
But like
ideal.
you could have won that if you didn't get 2 points took off.
I think I was winning. I think if I didn't get them points off, I would have won that.
Like I remember, I thought you hurt him at the end of the first. I was going because I remember because I was boxing the same day and I thought right, I'm not gonna get too like animated. I'm gonna keep me cool because I want to be ready for my fight. And then you like hit him at the end of the first round and started putting it on him. I started jumping up and down. I went mad like.
I thought he was gone as well. I stuck it on him. I was hit. I hit quite hard. And I was loading up on these shots and I was landing flush, and he just walked through them like.
He's rock hard.
He is a machine. Fair play to the kid.
Yeah.
Some people wouldn't have took them.
No,
and he took them.
He's an absolute machine.
He took them in his stride.
Just imagine you in 8-ounce gloves though. If you reckon you're a big puncher.
The hospital. Also hospital. I haven't got power to kill people, like, but I can send them to hospital. No, very soon.
Do you reckon?
It's the plan, like. No, to be honest, I've been thinking loads lately, and I don't know what I want to do because I'm on a break at the minute.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go with the flow. Every day, my plan is just to get up, enjoy the day, be happy one day, and then get to the next day. Do the same again.
To be honest, I wrote here, ask if he's got any plans for the future, and then a little in brackets, he probably doesn't know. So.
No, I do. I've got a big future ahead of us, Joe.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be a rich man. I don't know how. Probably is going to involve boxing. But
It should. I'm not being funny. It'd be a waste if it didn't involve boxing.
I will definitely try. I'm going for the boxing, and when I go pro, I'm going to put 100% into it.
Yeah.
And if it feels, it feels. If it flourishes, it flourishes. But I'm going to put 100% in when I do it, and I've got to be ready to put 100% in. Or what's the point? You know what I mean? That's why I'm having a break, because I wasn't putting the 100%.
Whose wise words are these? Kev's or Sue's?
These are my wise words. I'm a
wow.
smart man.
I like
when I take things serious, Joe, like this podcast.
Of course.
I'm a serious man.
No, it's good. I like the fact, because obviously turning 18, it's like, I can go pro now. Like, obviously, I don't think I'm going to for a few years. I don't want to win, like, the ABAs and stuff like that. And I want to be on GB and stuff, but
See, that
It's all-
doesn't
it's a-
interest me.
It's an option. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's different for different people. I was listening to George Groves' podcast, and he was saying he turned pro at like 20, and they wanted him to stay on for the 2012 Olympics, and he didn't. But then by the time that they all turned pro, he was already fighting for a world title.
Oh,
And like the people who stayed on didn't do as well as he did in the pros because they were like knackered. Like the body was like
I think
knackered
it's
off staying on GB for so long.
comes down to what your plan is, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like if an Olympic gold medal's worth more to you than a
And
professional world
or just
title.
any title, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
I want to set my eyes on British and then call people out for the bigger fights.
Yeah,
But that's my first milestone.
British title.
And just bring the crowds.
Oh
the
yeah,
Sunderland boys.
it's a totally different game, isn't
I
it?
know.
Professionals.
The atmosphere, it's just completely different, man. We go to championships and all I've got is me ma and my brother shouting. And obviously your dad,
I was
that's all
going to
you can
say
hear.
Lee's there as well.
Lee's always there, but that's all you can hear.
Body shots, Aaron.
That was in Ireland when I waited 20 minutes and I was just like, I know I've heard you. You've said that.
What was that? What was that about? Like, why were you waiting for so long?
Oh, that kid was just a complete nugget. Like,
Was it him who had trainers on as well?
no, that was the day before.
Like one of them had Vans on, didn't he?
No, it was like flossies. Remember flossies?
Yeah.
He had no laces. A little slip and them shoes had got him flying. Like, but to be honest, he was just a bum. That kid, he made us wait 20 minutes. It was ran by his club, Monkstown.
Yeah.
So I think they've done it on purpose. But obviously, I don't stress me. I was just lying in the corner like that, just waiting for him.
It was weird, like.
The ref was like, "Do you need a stool?" I was like, "No, I don't need a stool." And I'm ready to go. I just stood there. I was freezing when he got in, but he still got flanged and he still got well beat. That's just how I was back in the day.
Yeah. I remember the first time I went to Monkstown, I was like, I didn't like it. Because I'd been to shows and stuff, and then you had like a blue and a red changing room, and like everything, it was like, it was order. Whereas you went there and like, it was just a free for all. Everyone was warming up on top of each other. Like the spectators were all stood where people were warming up. I just thought, at first I was like, it was like 5 rings or something one year, wasn't there?
And 5 rings. I remember shit myself because you know that Julius Ballo or whatever his name is.
Is he American?
I thought he was in my weight because I've seen him on the Instagram. I've seen he looks good, and he was my weight, but obviously he's older.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh, I'm not getting in with him. Like he's quiff will kill us off. But
Did he have the blue hair? Is that him? Or was that a different
no, that
one?
was Ashton Slive or something.
One of them was H2O as well, wasn't it?
H2O. He's went pro. He's got his own promotional company now.
Has he?
And who boxed him? What's he called? The kid from Weymouth.
Leon.
No, was it Leon? Or was that little kid? Lee something.
Lee
Aye.
Rooney.
I think he boxed him. It was a good fight.
Yeah. I remember one of them giving him a good fight.
I was definitely a Weymouth kid.
Yeah, I do remember it.
Aye.
There's loads of like the amateurs turning pro early, isn't there? Like they're not even
Because there's
boxing
no money
scene
in amateurs, and what's the point of doing something, not getting paid, or you can get paid and do what you love? You know what I mean?
But have you seen like the weights at the Olympics now as well?
And now they've took them out. They've given birds like my weight. To be honest, that's a crap weight. My weight. If it was anyone else's weight, I wouldn't mind. But my weight's being chawed off the birds. So.
But I'm sure GB's got like 5 or 6 lads at 80 kilo because all the 75s have just moved up. But you would, wouldn't you? You'd like move to like.
If I was 75,
to get a chance to go to the Olympics.
I wouldn't go in the 80 group. Like there's some monsters up there. Obviously, as me,
You could do 75. Anything above 75, you couldn't.
I'll stop at 92. That's
Reckon?
By the way, I'm only 60 kilogram.
Yeah. So what's that? 60, 63 and a half, 67, 71,
A lot of them.
75 weight classes.
I'm a fight machine at the end of the day. There's no one.
Tear your way through.
There's no one I would not fight.
Is this when you're pro as well?
Look,
You're going to be like.
This is any time, anywhere.
Like Pacquiao.
I'm just a fighting machine.
Yeah.
I'll fight any man anytime, as long as the bag's right. And this can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a boxing ring. If I'm getting paid, I will fight someone.
Well, Joe's getting his 50 quid, isn't he?
50 quid.
50 quid this
that's
week.
Not bad, that, you know.
I know, for them tying teasing with your
I'd
elite
hop
title
into 50.
fight.
I'd do 3 in a night. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do the maths.
Yeah. Well, it'd be good, like, boxing them belts and stuff.
I think that's my plan.
Next
Like,
year.
weird, because I've always wanted to fight for one of them.
Yeah.
So I think
nice,
I'm going to do this season, box for one of them belts, win it outright, and then see where I go from there.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, my plan for like getting you on and like getting Joe on was I thought like we'd have our youth national title belts and we'd put them on the table.
Didn't have
But no, I didn't go to plan.
We
And
just cannot win.
I didn't think it was worth bringing the bronze medals in. Like,
Oh, mine's still in Solihull or
was
whatever.
it?
Bird was trying to give us. Oh, fuck that medal! I didn't want it.
My-
I didn't, to be honest with you.
No, I didn't want mine. Got just I think I gave it to my mum. She put it in her pocket.
It's the last thing I want.
I've not worn it yet. Like,
Rather, I don't know. It's not what I'm there for.
no, that's a good mindset to have, though, isn't it?
It is. There's no point doing something and not being the best. It's the way to be, in it.
Yeah. But I know it's like, especially because going in, you're like, I almost expected to win it. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
how I was.
I'd built up in my head that like anything less than winning this stuff like failed.
But it's a two-edged sword because now you've got a lot of pressure on you. I feel that's where
Yeah.
I've went wrong. It was your dad who made us think about this. It was, I think, the last couple of years I've just put too much pressure on myself, like,
Yeah.
and that's the problem.
Well, it's almost like thinking you can think too much, can't you? Remember Steve said in the gym to me, like one of the coaches, he said, because he watched the bout over with us, and he said, you're watching him too much rather than just like thinking about what he's gonna do rather than just doing your work. And it's like I'm trying to react too much when I should just be letting my hands go and like doing what I do best.
I've been thinking about it a lot, and you've got to just be at your pace. If you wait for them, that's where I went wrong. I was dropping my hands, becoming cocky like he was, just copying him. And it just, if you're not on your game, there's no point being there because he's a step ahead, then, isn't he?
Yeah, well, the best lads, it's like when they box, they tend to do the same thing. Do you know what I mean? They do what they do well, and they'll just stick to that. Yeah.
That's, I don't know. You can see it's common though between every good. Look at that Lee Wood. He's been the same the whole way, and now he's won a world title. But he did get flanged off, that kid. Like,
did you watch it?
We boxed well until he
He
got
was
knocked
boxing
out.
really well, I thought.
I just didn't like that feint where the feint down to the left. I don't know. I don't like it.
What, it's like that, like the Canelo one where he like feints left out the body and brings it over the top.
They just always like set a little feint down there, and that's why he got caught because he kept seeing it.
Yeah.
But that Lara's good, isn't he?
Yeah, but it looked, the few rounds where it looked like he was out of it, do you know what I mean? It looked like he's like tired, he was like almost not interested. And then he did that.
I looked drained, didn't he?
Yeah,
I don't know what
it was, because, and then there was, the commentary was saying that I think he'd only been 12 rounds once, or he might not have even gone 12 rounds, and I was thinking,
It's because he's a machine.
well, maybe like
But this is an official call out to Lara. If you want the smoke, I think he's my weight, isn't he?
featherweight, do you reckon? As a pro, you can get down featherweight.
If you want the smoke, come get the smoke. And Lee Wood, he can have it.
Yeah?
He hits hard, like, but I'll just not get it. I'll try.
I think Lara probably hits harder.
Do you reckon? I reckon that Lee Wood
No,
looks like he hits canny hard, like.
He does, but Lara's just a...
That knockout
Machine.
against, what's he called?
Conlon.
Conlon.
Doesn't even look like a big shot though, like it catches him on like the top of the head.
He didn't even, when you watch it, he doesn't even hit him. He just falls through the ropes.
Yeah.
That's mad.
I know.
He must have some power if he can do that, like.
What do you think of like the stoppage though?
Which
Like
one?
when Davison threw in the towel in the Lara fight?
Yeah, well, Davis knows him better, doesn't he? Knows him the best. He said it didn't look right, so he's probably right.
Yeah,
honest.
I mean he didn't really complain that much. At the time he's probably... I just think if that was me...
When I first seen it, I was like, I wouldn't have... Personally, I wouldn't have flung it in, but I'm
Yeah.
not a coach, you know what I mean?
I just think, like by the time the count's finished, there's probably 8 or 7 seconds left.
And then he's got that
And he can-
minute.
He can probably get through that, and then you've got a minute. And then even like after the minute, if he doesn't look right, then wave it off, do you know what I mean?
That's a good point. Should have done that, shouldn't he? But I think that Lara's like a shark, and he smelled blood and he was going to be on him.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like, I remember Lara watching him in the corner. He was always like, he was talking to the corner all the time, and it was like, he never seemed to panic. Like, he looked a bit uninterested sometimes, but he was like, he never looked like he thought he was going to lose. He
Has
was
he
always
lost a lot?
confident. No, I don't think so. I think he lost, one of them who turned pro like 15, something like that. So I think he lost one early on, and then lost another one, like, when he was only like 19 or something. And I think they're the only 2 losses he's got.
He's probably getting paid a canny bag. Like, I wouldn't be stressing. I'd just be like, if I'm not going to die, what's the problem, right? I'm getting paid. That's what they're doing. I don't know. I think a lot of boxers these days are just doing it for the money. Like, it's fair dues, but
Well, that's what Anthony Joshua said, didn't he?
that's what I mean. What was you
See,
say?
that doesn't really do it for me. Like
See,
obviously I think that would come with it.
That's what
But I want to be like, there's goals that I want to achieve. Do you know what I mean?
I think if money motivates you, use it as motivation. It might motivate me, might not motivate you. Different for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Say it would motivate me. I'd be like, if I win this, I get bigger fights. I win a British
It's
title.
definitely
then
like it'll be a factor. Do you know what I mean?
it'd be, for me personally, it's a motivation. Like, but I think there's a lot of people who it doesn't motivate. Like, the people who's making that money.
Yeah.
Like Canelo, he'll not give a monkey's, will he?
No, not really. But then you see people like Fury who say they don't care.
And then that's for $500 million
Yeah.
quid. You can have it and all, you big dosser.
Is that an official
That's an official
Tyson
call out.
Fury call out?
I'll tap the family. Apart from John, his game was a badger him. Like, I wouldn't fight John. Poor.
Yeah.
Unless the bag's right.
How much would you need to fight Big John Fury?
Where's it happening?
His yard.
No gloves.
Fair play.
Fair play. 50 grand.
But Tyson's doing fair play, so like might be a bit biased.
150 grand. I'm serious. Bellas. No, I seen the video where he's like, I'll fight any man.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson. And I was thinking, poor.
Well, they're always trying to like take the tops off and stuff. There was a I think I was trying to snot there for like the full thing.
I feel it. See, I'm like, I think there's a cool gun about you. You know what I'm
Do you
saying?
see where he calls him Michael Tyson? He's like, Michael Tyson, great man.
I name my son after you, Michael.
I've never ever heard anyone call Mike Tyson Michael Tyson.
It's because his game is a badger, mate. Does what he wants, Big John. The best ones were like, Jake Paul, my son will do your girlfriend like a dog.
Oh, that was horrible.
And then
That.
Tommy goes,
But like exactly, it was to be fair, it was better than the Jake Paul Tommy Fury like the fight week because I thought he was going to go ridiculous. Well, do you remember?
I think he tries to oversell the fight, like, and he does that stuff just to sell it.
Yeah.
Purely.
But then at the same time, it's like it's not his job to sell it. Do you know what I mean? It should be about his son.
But I still think he thinks it's his job. You can see he thinks it. See him with Tyson. He does all this shit to fucking promote fights. Like, you little rabbit. That little rabbit might flange him.
Oh well, when he said he was calling them gappy teeth,
Gappy
and obviously being a former gappy teeth, that offended us. I was thinking like that's horrible.
That was quite
put
funny.
us off.
That though. No, but see, even on the video at the end, he shakes his hand, so it's purely just to get people
Yeah,
watching.
definitely.
But you've got to do it, haven't you? You've got to get eyes on you.
Yeah, well, I just think some of it is like he genuinely wants to get in the head, or do you think he's just selling the fight?
Selling the fight, purely selling the fight.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It used to all be about legacy, but I don't think it is anymore. Me.
Well, once you've already achieved it, it's like it probably is more about the money.
But he would get in with. Why is he not in with Usyk?
I know. I don't know.
That annoys me. Like they just talk about.
Because
It.
Usyk's one who's there for legacy. Like he's fought every champion in their backyard.
Because you're not going to bloody Ukraine to have a fight, are you?
Well, not at the minute, probably.
Well, I didn't even think about the war, but I meant just like, who would go to Ukraine and have a fight?
I don't know. Well, like the Klitschko's and that, they always fought in Germany and stuff. They
That's
never
what
fought in Ukraine.
I
Yeah.
don't think there's a market.
Yeah.
I don't. I had something in my head there I was going to say, but I forgot it. Like, oh, that's what it was. If I was a boxer of that, like, I would fight everyone. I don't know, I just feel like I would try and make them big fights.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore, is it?
Well, people are like careful early on, and I understand it. It's
Oh.
like they're always trying to pick the right opponents, but I think as a boxer, you kind of need that. Like, just throw us in. Like, I'm ready.
As first 3 year, I reckon I'd tad a bit slow until I've had about like 15 fights, and they're all bums, by the way. They do what like everyone does. Everyone does it, didn't they?
Do you not think you'd get worse by fighting
Oh, I
lesser?
do. I do.
People.
I spar worse people. I got terrible, like proper
Yeah.
bad. But I would want to just have them crap fights, and then I'd just get on press conference, call everyone out. But if I was a world champion, and when I'm a world champion, I will fight any man, any place, any time. I'll do 2 in a week if they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll do one on Monday, and I'll do one on Saturday.
What, so you're not just going to be the one who fights 2 times a year?
No. I would want to be on it. I'd want at least 6 fights a year.
Yeah, well, you've only got, like, limited time anyway, do you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's why I think if you go early, you've got more time to enjoy yourself, do you?
Oh, definitely. People, like, worry about not being strong enough and having to, like, develop, but, like, you learn as you, like, you just develop as a pro, do you know what I mean? The same you would as an amateur.
I was getting a taxi the other day. I said, "What do you do when you're not driving the Uber?" He went, "Oh, I'm a journeyman. I boxed Joe Laws on the weekend." I was like, "Fair dues."
Shut up.
You know what I mean? It was Duck Boy.
No, it wasn't.
Duck Boy was in the Uber the other day. It's true, isn't it? I'm not strong enough.
That never happened though.
I did. I was asking him. He was like, "Oh, what you doing?" He was like,
There's no way you got in a taxi and Duck Boy was a
"Duck
taxi
Boy
driver.
was a taxi driver.
He did alright as well. I
Duck
remember
Boy
Duck
was
Boy.
gonna win." You know what it is? I respect Joe Laws because he's a G. I love him.
Yeah,
But Duck Boy, he's a menace. Duck
he's
Boy.
an animal.
Well, look at him, man. He was gone 60 and a 30 yesterday. He didn't give him monkeys, to be honest.
Yeah.
He went through a red light at one point. He said, "There's no cameras on this light, so I'm just going to go through and do what you do, Duck Boy."
Well, you wouldn't question Duck Boy, would
Well, I
you?
wouldn't, because you just get out and flanges. Because I'm not strong enough yet.
No. 3 years of fighting
Duck
like,
Boys.
Duck Boys, you'd be ready for him, I reckon.
No, but the thing is, what I was trying to get to there was you're literally fighting bums for the first few years. You
Yeah.
don't need to be strong enough, and you'll develop fighting them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd
I
swerve
agree. And
Duck
like
Boy.
it's like you'd learn from the sparring, do you know what I mean?
Nah, definitely.
You've got more freedom, like you're the one in charge, so you can travel around to the gyms and like.
That's what I'm looking forward to the most, like, just going
And
like...
there is the pros appeal now, because I think a lot of it was like, there is pros that you can mix it with. Do you know what I mean?
There's a few decent ones, but I'd rather be young and get in with, like, high-level boxers. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
want to be going around Dalton Smiths and that, around my way. I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
see
definitely.
where I'm at a young age.
Well, Ellis Panther was sparring Adam Azim and stuff,
I
wasn't
know,
he?
that's class, that. That is the... no offence, but I don't have the best spar. I was going to say names, like, but no names will be said. I've never had the best sparring, like, ever. And
Well,
you never did it.
You were sparring me at one point,
Ah,
which
there we
obviously
go, point proven. No, but
not having that like.
I never had good. I don't know. Obviously they were good, but you were just too big. So
Yeah,
why-
well, it's you want to sometimes you spar people and then you get in there for a fight and it's like this is completely different to
it worked when
sparring.
I was boxing the big lads, so that always helped because I was always I was a little
Yeah.
fatty, wasn't I?
Well, that's the thing with like championships and stuff. Sometimes you don't know who you're boxing, so you can't really prepare for it.
I was thinking this with you.
Whereas the pros, you'd know, so you can get sparring
Oh.
like specifically for it.
I've cut down to 60 the last. I've had 3 championships in the last 2 years. I went to 60, got the semis. 63 and a half, got the finals. 60, got to the semis. What am I gone 60 for? I'm a machine at 63 and a half.
Yeah,
But when I got pro, I got 57.
yeah.
Sauna the day before. And I nearly died in a sauna not
But
so long
I think
ago.
that's what that Eduardo's doing. He's coming back, you know.
Ah,
He
yeah,
managed to get him a visa. Sure, he said he was gonna. He was about like 62, and he said he was good, like wanting to box like 57, so featherweight, I think.
He was small though, wasn't he? Oh, wait. Sorry. No, he was small though, wasn't he?
No, but he was like muscly and stocky as well. You know?
I think it was similarly built to me, but nah, he could make 57 in.
Yeah, I think he could. Well, like the day before weigh-in helps a lot as well, doesn't it?
A lot.
You have to do it properly because I remember it was Joe Laws again. He did a water cut himself, and then he reckoned like he was just like knackered, had no energy because he messed it up. Basically.
I did. That's how I made the 60. And I remember seeing you after getting out the sauna, and I couldn't. Well, I could see you, but I could not see it. I
Yeah.
couldn't see anything. I went blind, and I had to drive home. What didn't help, like
Yeah.
it was horrible. That like still made the weight. And
No,
still
I
won't-
remember seeing you in the sauna. I think I said to my cousin like he doesn't look well. Like
Oh, I remember I done 20 minutes with Neil Watt, and it was like it's a kind of hot sauna, like as saunas are. And I was sat in, and I just started going dizzy. I got out, got in a little cold shower, and I was fucked. Like eyes started going blurry, couldn't stand up. But sort of fun and games, isn't it? I had a migraine the day after, and I must have had a headache for a week straight after
Yeah,
that. Like,
it's not. You need people around you when you're doing stuff like that to make sure you're doing it properly. Because there is a way to do it where like it's not gonna like impact your performance. But no, it's still on. Don't worry.
I was just making sure. No, you're right. Like, 'cause I was fucked that day after. Look, I have a good job. Like, I would have got absolutely caved in.
Yeah.
Because he was flying at us. I was just like, Bob. See
Was that the
Bob.
Bulgarian bull?
No, it was the blonde one, Lewis.
Oh yeah, he's massive. He's massive. He's
I
doing
know.
57, you know.
And I was going up sparring. He's a good kid, like, strong.
Yeah, well, he boxed for one of them belts.
I was sparring who he boxed and all.
Yeah.
Who won?
He's like 23 or something, wasn't
Who won that scrap?
he? Yeah.
No, who won the scrap?
Oh, I thought you were saying he's the one who won.
Who won?
No, the lad from Middlesbrough won.
Oh,
I think it was like a split or something though.
Lewis was only young, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He must have been. The size difference must have been massive.
Yeah, I think I saw a picture and it did look big.
Oh, I've sparred both of them. One was taller than me. What's quite hard
Yeah.
to be
it's
taller than me.
Not
And
many.
then obviously you've got the one small. One was like that big. That's just average though. And Peter stand next to me, 5'7" Aaron Bird. Can't be tall.
But I remember before, like every single one of your fights, it was always like, honestly, this lad I'm boxing, he's massive. He's bigger than you, Joe. You've never boxed anyone bigger than me. Still.
He's lying. No, to be fair, I've boxed some big people.
No, you have.
And I'm because
But they were never as big as you made out. Like
how
they were.
some people make that weight is absolutely bonkers. Like,
But it's just people are different. Like they're like, you're obviously short and like stocky, where there's people who are like tall and skinny. Well, I wait, like you're like a square. Do you know what I mean?
short. No, I know what you mean though. I'm built like brick shithouse.
SpongeBob.
Not like a brick shithouse.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a machine. I tell you what, I would be good at.
What?
I spat there, but I don't know. I was trying to think of something, but I couldn't think of it. I'm good at golf. I tell you that.
Yeah,
I
you
played
still
before I
playing?
came, and I was playing very well. Like, played with the same ball the whole round.
Yeah.
I only played 13 holes, like, but I was in a rush to come on the fighting fit pod.
Well, you couldn't miss it. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Opportunities like this don't come every day.
To be honest, I think I've done the best episode so far.
I don't know. That was a good 4.5 minutes, though, Jack.
Oh, that's a long time.
He won his fight as well, so that's like a.
Oh, I've won.
He was coming in off a win.
It's a bit depressing that, like. No, but 4.5 minutes is a long time for a podcast.
Yeah.
And a lot of other things.
Well.
Like a boxing round, you couldn't do a boxing round for 4.5 minutes, could you?
No.
Unless you were in the doghouse, and then you could.
I remember we always used to say that we'd go to America and spar, didn't we?
One day,
still on?
that's still one of my plans. Like,
Where would we go? Like
I dunno.
Vegas or like LA or
whoever the fuck wants it, let's just have a holiday. We'll
but
get drunk.
America's massive. We have to pick.
Let's tap your bike. We'll just bottom about.
I
We'll just go and wear
I was looking into it not that long ago, and you could do like LA and then fly to Vegas, and it wasn't that much.
Well, I think that's a good idea. Like, just get a group of us who know how to box. Me and Masha. That's all.
Is that already?
No,
Friends who know how to box?
Well, whoever wants to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hammond and that we're going, Torb. We're going out, we smash some people up. We're going to, what's he called, that kid we know? Tony
Jeffries.
Tony Jeffries, they're going, find me the hardest cunt in America.
Well, I
Give Tom.
I replied, give me.
Aye, find me the hardest 57 kilogrammer. Joe, get it. Tom, get it.
The problem is the talk though, don't they? During the spars.
Oh,
Like they're always like the trash talk and having a go at you. That would do my head in that.
Honestly, I would get involved, me. I'd be quite good at that.
I don't think I'd be a good trash talker while sparring.
I'd be like, Bob, get back. See me out of his one.
Yeah.
Get back. I'd love it, mate. I'd love to talk and sparring. I've had a talk at a fight before, like.
Have you?
It just happens. It comes out and say, oh, well then. But that's as good as it gets.
I
No
remember,
get backs.
I remember sparring Joe Lister, and I hit him, and he was like bastard or something like that. We just started calling each other names.
That is
in the
what I
spar.
see when I get hit. Like, it's a bit sly. But boxing as a sport is the weirdest sport ever.
It is weird.
But MMA is quite bad and all. Like, that is one raj sport.
Yeah.
Getting kicked, getting kneed, getting elbowed, I'd be good at it because I've got a mint flying knee in the locker, like. But
Oh well, I've seen it. Like
the digs could have been improved, like. But that was a good flying knee.
you'd
That.
think that was where you would like be the best at. That's your like
Joe.
that's your area of expertise, isn't it?
No,
the hands,
I,
but
I caught him a good dig,
it was
like.
the
but
flying knees.
the
That was
flying
the
knee
best.
was impressive, like. I thought I'd put on a show. It was
Yeah.
either that, but he didn't swing any digs, so I just had a flying knee him.
Yeah.
I remember laughing after as well, but no, I laughed at the time it was flying. I was like, that's quite funny.
Do you feel like Masvidal?
I felt like a lot of things. A cunt was one of them. It was slice out. Oh. No, I did. I felt special.
Yeah.
I did feel special after that. Like,
I remember we always used to talk about doing MMA, and like you'd always seem like right up for it. And I hated the idea.
I'd be quite good, mate. Like, I can wrestle decently, whatever it's called, grapple decently.
Uh-huh.
I can. What else do you do? Run about a cage.
See, I go life and death though, Joshua.
Yeah, I can imagine you get beaten or.
No, honestly, he's got a good choke. Like he's good. Like he choked us out the other day, so I was like, right, we're gonna get him back rematch. It took us 8 minutes to tap him out.
Do you want us to give him an official call out?
I think he needs it. Like he needs humbling.
Joshua, this is an official call out. Do that to Joe, and I'm coming for you. You'll have to go through me, brother. End of. No more choking.
So is that Tyson Fury, John? Oh no, not was
The
oh
whole
yeah,
family. The whole family.
the full Fury family, Lara, Lee Wood, and our Joshua.
I like Ben Davison though. There's a
Oh,
few.
right.
I wouldn't call him out.
Yeah, I mean
think-
he's not a boxer.
I know.
So
He's a.
be a weird call out.
It would be like calling out a. I don't know. I don't know. But I tell you what I am like. I'm like a bus with a bell. I'm unstoppable, Joe.
Did you think that one in the car?
I
as
said
well?
it to someone the other day and I thought that is fucking mint.
Yeah.
It would be unstoppable. What would you do if you want a bus and there was no bell?
Not stop it.
You're not stopping. You're going until the petrol runs out. Or diesel. I don't know what buses run on. But at the end of the day, I call a few people out. If they want to smoke, tell them come and get the smoke.
Yeah. So is that it now? You just like
I'm here.
taking every day at a time
One day at a time.
and not making any plans yet, enjoying
No.
a bit of time off.
That's literally what it is. I've got a Lucasade. I've never drank a Lucasade for 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy with having a Lucasade. That's me rule. You gotta have fun at least once in a day.
So is that the fun, the Lucasade?
Golf was the fun, Joe.
What about coming on the podcast? Surely that's the
I've had a
most
few
fun
bits
you're
of
gonna
fun
get
today. I tried to drift round a roundabout.
Yeah.
Didn't go very well. I just drove round it.
I don't know how to drift. I don't understand how you do it.
You've got the wrong car. They've got to be ran by the back wheels. And it's got to
Alright,
be
well,
wet.
yeah.
I've done a few skids, like, hit a few curbs, like, but didn't make them.
I remember there was a lad at college, and like, he was proper like slagging off red Clios. And I was fuming. Like, someone was talking about Fiat 500s, like slagging it off, and he went, "Oh, it's almost as bad as having a red Clio." And I was just sat there thinking,
I think he knew what he was doing.
yeah,
Definitely was.
just aimed. He'd seen me get out of my car and thought, "I'm just gonna tell everyone that."
It's
red
not as
Clios are
gay as
shit."
having a big, fluffy, whatever that is on your car key, though, is it? That's quite. I'd rather have a red Clio than be as gay as that. Actually, I can't say that because I could just take it off if I wanted to.
Well, yeah, I know.
But how many times have I said "but"? Can't you feel? I was just keep it flowing, you know what I mean?
I'll take them out in the edit. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
we don't
This
need
is the
them.
kind of thing
We
that I'm
don't.
good at.
Told you we are as raw as a steak on this podcast. That's pretty raw. That is pretty raw.
Yeah.
This is longer than Jack's podcast.
Oh yeah. Well, we're taking it seriously now.
No,
You're the first
we're taking
official
over.
guest. I
Edit
I
Mash in.
yeah, well, he's never going to actually come, is he?
I know it's a bit
Fighting fit with Joe Hodgkinson and Joe Miller, but he's never here.
Joe's ghost. Why isn't he here? Why doesn't he come? What is the problem?
I don't know. He's a busy man.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
does he do with his life?
Mash a train.
Oh, that's a good point. That is,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get onto that.
it is good. Like I've seen because they scan them and it tells them how much it is on Amazon and stuff. I mean,
That's
it seems
what,
like pretty easy money, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah, it
it
is.
will be like work as well, but
You can pay someone.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing with my life. Whilst everyone's getting a job of being researching Joe, what's the money in?
Alright.
And you know what I found out?
What?
What you're doing now is what the money's in. Creating an online personality.
Yeah.
Because if you can build your thing and you can sell 10 things to 1,000 people, you make money.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've seen everyone was talking about. My dad like tagged us in the Johnny Nelson did a thing where he was saying like young fighters need to look up at Jake Paul for like how much money he's making. And it's not off how good a boxer he is. It's off how popular he is.
That's what life's coming to these days.
Well,
If you haven't got a personality, you like online. What's the profile? You'll get nowhere.
Yeah. Well, Tony Jeffries put something on as well, and I can't underneath saying like I'm starting my podcast today. It'd be great to have you on such and such. He's not replied.
He replied to me.
Did he?
I blamed him for stealing my head guard when I lost it, and he said, "No." I said, "Have you seen my head guard? I have lost it, and you were in the gym or something." And he said, "No." Yeah, he got blamed.
Yeah, he's not a fan of the Birdman. Like,
No, I think we'll get along when we finally.
when we go over
Clash.
to America, we'll call in, say hello.
We'll call in. Every time he's came to the gym, I've not been there though.
Yeah, me too, actually.
What's a bit sad because we get along, me and Tone.
Yeah.
He's a nice kid. He's done well. He's
Oh no, he's done
It's
really
YouTube.
well.
Is it YouTube?
Yeah, like YouTube's got millions as well. One of his podcasts as well, he was watching and he was saying about how at first he never did it because he was like worried about what Peter would think, and Peter would think, oh, he's just a dick, like doing stuff like that. But then it's like, well, you have to not care, do you know what I mean?
That's a big problem. Everyone has that thing like, what do people think
Like,
about
especially
this?
like in school, if you did something like this, you'd be like, I don't know, Peter
be
would
honest,
take the mick.
I think Peter would have loved it, me.
Yeah.
If we done this in school, I think Peter would have loved it.
See, I feel like I wouldn't have had the bottle to do this in
Oh,
school.
I still don't. I post little TikToks and I still think, people think I'm geeking. People think I'm weird, Joe.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I am weird though, to be honest. Like, I do I've got a level of weirdness. I'm tame to deal
Yeah,
with.
but it's good. You want to show people what
Dude.
the Birdman's
I'll
about,
tell you what I'm
and it is weird.
I was walking about the golf course at the end, I was thinking, I'm going to go on Big Brother. 18-year-old, I'm going to write on my thing, like, I am an 18-year-old future millionaire, and they'll be like, he has to come on him. And then I build my profile from there.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
I couldn't think of anything worse than being on Big Brother.
Sometimes, Joe, you've got to do things you don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's what my dad was telling us the other day. We had this little speech. He was like, listen, son, think about this. You might not want to get your feet wet, but think about this. You have to get your feet wet to neck on with this blonde bird. He's like, do you want to neck on with a blonde bird? If you do, you've got to get your feet wet. What he means is, sometimes you don't want to do things, but you have to if you want to get there.
No, I think I can see the
That's a good... It's
the
reasonable.
message in the.
It was a good message.
It's a good metaphor. Do you know what I
It
mean?
is nearly as good as Ice Cube in a kettle.
I remember that. What was it?
They all
When I get
dispersed.
down there, they're going to disperse like an ice cube in a kettle.
Yeah.
I remember I was impressed at the time. I was like, that was quite.
I used to be sharp, and then I had a little bit of a blunt period where my edge wasn't as sharp as it used to be. I wasn't as sharp. I wasn't as quick with my words, Joe.
Yeah. You're back now,
I'm back
or
at
are
it
you?
now.
Do you reckon?
I'm back at it. But I said, but again, it's just how you got to be. You got to be sharp, Joe. You got to be like a knife,
Yeah.
and you got to sharpen yourself on other people. You know what I mean? Help you, and we all get sharp blades, Joe.
Like
I talk.
you just go off of these mad tangents. Like I feel like I'll get something good out of you where it's like
That was reasonable.
You're actually being a bit serious for
What
it.
that-
And then
what I
you'll
meant
just
there-
go on to some mad like
No, that was reasonable, lad. What I meant was,
that made no sense.
if I was a
at all.
blade and you were a blade and he was a blade and I helped you sharpen yourself and you helped him and he helped me, everyone would be alright.
But what's that got to do with being sharp with like being witty and stuff?
Oh, I don't know, sharp was in my head and I thought of knives. That's just how my brain works.
No, I know, but like it's just weird. Like
What I'm saying is, help people. You know what I find mad?
what do you find mad?
I find, like, all these people will like post celebrities and that, but they won't help the mates. You know what I mean?
No, I know. Like, it was just like the whole like be kind thing and that.
Well,
it's
just say,
not what you're talking
if your
about.
mates are doing something and they need a little bit of, like, just share them, help
Yeah.
help them. I don't know what's the word. Help them progress.
Yeah.
But they'll not share that. But they'll share like this celebrity who's
Molly May's just had a baby,
uh,
stuff like that.
share that. Oh,
It is mad the amount of people who feel like they're like
oh best
involved.
mates.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, it's like she doesn't know you are.
I know. It's mad. I would steam her, but she doesn't know that. Unless she watches the pod.
I think there might be another Fury wanting to fight in now if this gets out.
There's been an official call out to the family.
Yeah, so there's Tommy involved as well.
To be honest, at the minute, Joe, we've got to let him off because he's just had a burn, and
Alright, yeah.
so we don't want to cause any aggravation because he might be watching this pod.
Yeah.
Him and what's called John
Yeah.
Fury. Who's the other big one who speaks just like
Shane.
Tyson? Oh,
I like Shane. I think he probably talks the most sense out of all of them, to be honest.
there's two of them. There's two, like, is it two brothers?
Shane and Huey. Huey's the one with the glasses.
Dunno, one of them looks exactly the same as Tyson and sounds exactly the same as
Yeah.
Tyson. He's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I think they all are, to be honest.
They're alright though as well, do you know what I mean?
They sound, but I just think they've got this. I keep looking at them pickled onions, like thinking, why have you got pickled eggs? Eggs or onions?
It's a bar, do you know what I
I
mean?
went off the Yankee in there, like, but
Every bar needs some pickled eggs. Is it pickled eggs or pickled onions?
pickled eggs, like.
I
I've just
wouldn't
been
be
looking
eating
at them for ages. It's been bugging us, thinking, when did someone last eat a pickled egg?
I don't know, but like it's not a full jar, so someone's obviously been at them.
That's what's worrying us. If they've just been sat there for ages,
Yeah.
opened,
Well, like the pickle, do you know what I mean? It'd be fine.
it will be fine. Anyway, they're a weird family, aren't they?
But yeah.
I think they've all got a little bit of special in them. And I don't mean good at boxing. I mean like weird, bad special. Like my special.
I don't know if you can say that like our
Oh, can I?
bad special. That's not really like
Clippers put it on TikTok as controversial.
yeah. Oh, I reckon how long we need to be on an hour here. I'm gonna absolutely clip the life out of this for TikTok.
Maybe we can clip this. There's loads of call outs and everything to be clipped.
I am getting the little Billy Joe Saunders fit.
Oh, put it on.
The
I'll send you
thing.
it. Or have you got?
Oh, I've got
you
it.
must have it.
I've got it.
But once again, I've said but. I think that was necessary.
Yeah.
I would have lost the battle and the war if I didn't do that. I should have brought me bronze medal. I regret that. Like, I do regret it.
Yeah, well, you just want. I like to look on like just on my wall. I like to look and see like because you remember the fights and stuff, don't you?
I don't
Remember
I don't remember a few like that. What against Monster? Oh,
how many have you had now?
I've had 57, I think.
That's a lot. Like there won't be many lads, youth especially, who's had 57 bouts.
57. Lost 10. Lost 6 of them in my first season. What?
Is that right?
It's about right, like.
No, that is your record will be something ridiculous.
And no, I've lost 10. What's not? I don't like it.
Well, see, when you've had that many bouts as well, when you're talking about turning pro early and stuff, like I know you haven't made your mind up, but you've got like more experience than most who are turning pro anyway. Do you know what I mean?
I've got
It's not like you need any more experience.
And I think with my style, I get better and I get more comfortable as the rounds go on.
Yeah.
When I spar 6 and 8 rounds, what doesn't happen often, I'll get better and more comfortable as the rounds go on. So in the amateurs, sometimes I have to rush.
Uh-huh.
I'm still going to finish this year and I'm going to have a couple of what they're called senior fights.
Yeah.
That's the plan, like. And then see what happens from there. If I've got any bigger and stronger.
Do you reckon? Do you do any like weights and stuff?
No. I'm a natural body. I've done
Would you
nothing.
not do any strength and
No.
conditioning?
I do absolutely no me. We'll do what we do at the gym at the end, like, but
Oh.
haven't done that for a while, like. So we're always out sparring.
You should come to Unit 29.
Thought about it, but
Mondays and Thursdays at 4 o'clock.
6 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh, I thought you used to go get early.
I used to go at 9, but I go 4 now in the afternoon. Monday,
not bad,
Thursday.
like.
It's good.
Well, so you go from there to the gym?
No, gym's not till 7.
That's what I mean. But you still do 2 in a day?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, man.
But Thursday, you're not at the gym. Thursday, I don't go to the gym anyway.
Yeah, man, yeah, Joe. Bloody hell, 2 in a day.
You get used to it, though.
I know, I remember when I used to do 2 sessions a day, I used to go to Kip in there. I used to sleep like a salmon, me. I just couldn't wake up.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'll see if you can get like a free trial thing. You should
Oh.
come. No, honestly, you should come down.
That'd be the way forward. I do need a little bit of strength, like, strength work.
Well, no, it's exactly what you want, and it's like, I'm not any bigger, do you know what I mean?
It's tailored to boxing and all.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And then they get the pros in there as well, like Cyrus Pattinson, like Callum French. Like, there's lads there who have, like, been on GB and who were boxing on the big shows and, like, signed for Matchroom.
Was that Frenchie on it, on GB?
Yeah, for like 6 years or something. Dan,
Like Cyrus Patterson, when he's, what's it called? Headlining that shows, that's kind of good.
yeah, it's great. Well, like Dan Toward, who's won the ABAs and he's on Team GB, he trains there. Like, it's good to be around them, do you know what I mean?
You've got to be surrounded by champions to be a champion.
Yeah, and
And that's my problem at the minute.
it's a different type of training as well. Do you know, like, you want almost like doing something different rather than just boxing training. It's good. It's like, it's fun.
Adds a little. Oh, I was going to say adds a little bit of fun to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That I might fly along, have
Yeah,
a
you
little
should.
blast. It's literally just in a little container thing, isn't it?
Well, this is my thing. I think there must have obviously been somewhere else and then moved to here because it's called Unit 29, but when you count the units, it's actually like Unit 14 or something. Like, I know that's not a big deal, but that
is a
really,
big deal.
that really bothers me.
That is a big deal. Seriously is.
Yeah.
It's wrong. They need to sort that out. Just add some units.
Yeah.
Or take off some units to your name.
I think that would probably be quite difficult to move them around, like.
One wise man said to me once, never choose the easy route.
Did someone actually say that to you or not?
It literally was said today.
By who?
I'll tell you.
Kev.
No. He may or may not be a family member who lives in my house.
Callum.
No. Yeah, it's one of them.
They're the two
was one of them
real
wise
family
men.
members that live in your house.
It wasn't Cookie, was it?
Probably not.
I don't think so. She's no Brian Griffin Cookie. She can't speak. She's not.
No, she's not. Can't argue with that. Like,
Oh, Joe, you haven't had that on?
you took it off. I noticed it, to be honest, but you're in a bit of a flow, like, so I thought I'd keep you going.
No, I'll put it up now.
So we're officially on air.
We are on air.
We've been
Well, to be
rambling on
honest-
for 58 minutes.
I'm on
But we're
a stool. I'm not on air. Does this count as a stool?
the top job. Settees, these, man.
Said easy.
Got a pillow, though.
Oh, yeah, you've got some nice You've got a tenner there.
I know. I don't know if you'd be able to see it on the camera. You got me dad's little newspaper.
It's a proper
thing
setting
there.
up this side. We've had some good days in here.
We have.
We have. I remember making one of the first big mince pies tries videos in here
Yeah.
with the what's the word? Can't think of the word, but it was filmed well.
Oh,
And
it
I
was
got-
high definition.
I got laced with poker chips, and that hurt.
I think that was the best episode of Mince
Ever?
Pies. What did you do? Was that on YouTube? Is it
It
still
was,
up?
It was a YouTube. It was a YouTube special, Joe.
Is it still on?
course it's still up.
What's the account called?
Mince pies.
Is it-
Just mince pies?
Just Mince Pies.
I'm probably gonna have to change it to mince pies tries.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to watch Aaron's Mince Pies tries episodes where he would just try mince pies and rate them out of 5 pies.
But to be fair, I'm a natural born food reviewer.
That was it though. It was like, oh, that
5 pies out of 5 was the highest score you could get. And I think Greg's scored the highest
yeah.
with 4.5 pies out of 5. However, there's a twist to this story. Greg's this year had a lower score than it did last year.
Really.
So, don't know
What
what's
do you
happened
think
there.
that's down to, or are you just not sure?
Brexit? Tory? It must be. It must.
You're probably not wrong, to be fair, but it's just not the answer I was expecting to come out of your mouth.
No, to be honest, I was gutted this year when I tasted them and they were.
Well, do you think because you expected it to be so good
I
that
did.
made a difference?
I went in with high expectations, and how would I say it? I had the rug pulled from below us.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, really, because I expected good things. I bought 2 packets. Where did they go?
You
In
tell
here.
me. All right.
Out of here. But, you know what I mean? I'll tell you who did score the highest this year. Morrison's Self Bakes.
I think they're pretty. I used to like the apple pies they did at
Oh,
Morrison's.
now we're talking. Now we're talking. You do get some good... In the bakery aisle, don't go to the normal aisles. In the bakery aisle, where they're freshly baked, you get good food in there.
Yeah.
What did we used to get from Sainsbury's? Them little tarts.
Oh, they were top draw then.
Yeah,
Fruit
nice,
tart from Sainsbury's.
They're very good.
Oh, unreal.
I like the new pizza section in Sainsbury's as well.
See, I didn't like the pizzas. I used to get them, but like I never liked them. Like
You have a kick about, and then you go down
no,
and get your
it
pizza.
was good, but I liked the idea of it. But like they were a bit cardboardy. Do you know what I mean?
It's because you're posh. You grew up on like caviar and shrimps. You know what I mean? I grew up on Kellogg's
And cardboard pizzas.
and cardboard pizzas. I used to love an Asda pizza. On Friday,
No, I used to love it as the pizza, but then when Sainsbury's doing it, it just wasn't the same as an Asda one.
you read.
Like when you used to go and you could like pick your own toppings and then you take it home.
Now we're talking. You can still do it, you know.
Can you?
It's not like it hasn't ended. It's not a new generation.
Well, I haven't done it for about 6 years.
Oh,
or
honestly.
something.
Go and do it.
I might.
Stick with my rules, Joe. Enjoy yourself once a day. It'll make you happy.
So one
One,
as
go
the
down,
pizza a day.
reminisce, go to the aisle, get what I would get personally was ham, pineapple, little bit of sauce, little bit of cheese, chicken.
Yeah.
I'd put some chicken on.
No, I respect the pineapple. I like
People
the
are
Hawaiian.
childish who say pineapple's not nice.
Yeah.
And that's
But I
how
think you need the ham as well. Like they go together. I wouldn't just go, oh, can I have some pineapple on that? I think the
You
salty
couldn't-
ham and the sweet pineapple.
you couldn't go and get like a southern fried and get pineapple on it. You know what I mean? You'd have to get a ham and pineapple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it's a ham and sweet corn.
Yeah.
Or chicken sweet corn. I like all sorts. I didn't used to like pizzas.
I don't like sweet corn on a pizza. Like.
Child. No, do you want me to be honest with you? That's wrong.
Yeah.
That is wrong. Pineapple. No, chicken. What did I say? Ham.
Chicken and sweet corn.
Oh, chicken and sweet corn is unreal.
Yeah.
Part. No, I'm not gonna go there.
Do you know what I used to have on pizza? Tuna as a kid.
Oh, tuna pizzas. Nice.
Like I can't imagine eating that now though.
But I remember one time, this is when the name The Bullet was made. If you don't know The Bullet, he's on next episode.
We're gonna
He's
have
on.
to get Alex on
No,
now.
he
like.
has to come on.
The
that-
pellet.
That's not what's the word? That's not official, but it's penciled in now.
I'll write in the book.
I remember when we went, and you asked for no olives. You had a little fish pizza. What they call them little fishes? Kippers or something.
Anchovies.
Anchovy pizza. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
And then
no,
you-
it is. to
You
be
asked
fair.
for no olives, and the guy just came over. Oh, more olive, and you came over and you sat and picked every olive like that.
He knew what he was doing.
Oh, I knew exactly. He didn't like it.
I don't know why.
He didn't like it. I know for a fact he didn't. He used the way he looked at you. He was like, they came over, more olive, and you were like, you always do that face when your food's knackered and say, you
Yeah.
just look proper good.
Well, food's important. Do you know what I mean?
Food is at the end of the day. If you don't have food, you die.
I think that's all me and my dad talk about. Is just food.
Well, food is necessary.
Yeah.
Like seriously necessary.
Yeah, but it's like nice as well. When you have like good food, it makes a difference.
It's now worse when you have bad food.
No, like the worst thing is when you order the wrong thing and you're looking at everyone else's food and you think, I wish I'd got that.
My problem is when there's a menu with too much on.
Yeah.
And you look and you're like, I'd have that, but I'd also have that, and then I'd
Uh-huh.
have that, and I'd also have that, and then you pick the shit one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to swear in this podcast.
Well, you've done it a few times,
I'm
so.
Beep! Put the bleepers on.
Oh, well, that's what I said. Do you know what I mean? Wait until I go. It'll be a completely different podcast once I've edited it.
When you've bleeped it.
Yeah.
To be honest, don't edit it. We were raw. Have I said?
No, you've said
I
it.
don't know why we keep saying we, but this is a raw podcast, Joe.
It
Me,
is.
you and Masha have a raw podcast.
Yeah, we do. Me and Joe.
Right, Mash? No,
Yeah.
he's
I'll edit that in as well.
I can't remember what I was just talking about. What were we talking about?
I don't know. To be honest, I think it might be a good place to leave it there. I think we've got a good, like... It's been pretty chaotic, which I think is in line with you, like, as the guest.
I'll be back for podcast 10.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
also only penciled in. Let's get some guests on, Joe.
Oh, no, we'll definitely be getting some guests on.
Good.
But I think you've been a good first guest. We've talked a bit about boxing, a bit about food.
A bit about everything.
Yeah, like, I think all topics were covered, like...
Let's do one of them where we shake hands on the camera and we put it as the thumbnail.
No, I'm ready for that.
Oh,
That's going to be a great
that was
thumbnail.
a
Well,
fantastic
thank you for
thumbnail.
coming on.